can't with that.
I was talking to Rebecca, my boss at work, because no one at work, I don't think we have anyone at work that watches Breaking Bad, actually.
Really?
She's talking about how she, had thought about, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
So she thought about watching it. She goes, but this was like the day of the finale. And she goes, but except for after tonight, I'm going to know how it ends, because everyone's going to be talking about it.
Yeah.
So what's the point in starting the show when I already know how it's going to end? I was like, oh, that's a very valid point. But see, I knew that about Lost. I knew going into Lost how it ended.
Right.
And I knew going into, like, the Hunger Games books, how those all end.
Didn't you watch Lost before the finale?
Okay. You're right. I shouldn't say I know how it ends.
You just mean you knew stuff. Because I was the same way. Right, because you had told me so much stuff back when you thought I wasn't going to watch the show.
Right.
So I knew, like Anna Lucia and Livy dying.
Right.
Like, you told me about that.
Right. I knew Charlie was going to die because Tiny.
Right, exactly. Like, I was the same way.
So, yeah, not ending, but spoilers.
Right.
I knew the spoilers.
That makes sense.
But still wanted to watch it.
Right.
Because it's a good show.
Yeah, it's an awesome show. You kidding me?
So I'm curious, how big of a spoiler does it have to be for you to just not watch it altogether?
I don't think any.
Well, you just want opinion.
I mean,
But not that your opinion doesn't count, but...
If somebody came up to me...
But I'm hot.
And walked me through...
I like football, but I don't.
If somebody came up to me and told me, like, piece by piece, the entire plot beginning to end of a movie...
Yes.
And it sounded awesome... I would still watch it.
Yeah.
Because even though I know how it ends, it still sounds really good, and the actual movie is obviously going to be better than just this person explaining it.
Because I had a friend who refused to watch Shutter Island because they knew he was...
Crazy?
He was crazy.
Okay. And that one I kind of get, I guess, because that's one of those things where it's like the entire movie suddenly is just like, oh, by the way, none of that really happened. So that one kind of makes more sense, but... It's still a good movie.
Right.
Apollo 13 is based on a true story, right?
Okay, true stories is different.
Why is it different?
I think a movie that has no kind of prior... I don't even know what the word is, but no kind of, prior
Oh, it's
story.
not based on something. Right. It's an original story.
Exactly. I think there's a difference there when those get spoiled.
The person you were talking to who wouldn't watch Shutter Island because they knew he was crazy, would he have gone and seen a movie that was based on a true story if he knew how it ended?
Yeah, because I think it's different.
Why is it different?
Because when you go to see a movie based on true events or a movie based on a book that you have the prior experience with and the prior knowledge of, you're wanting to see how they are interpreting the story, how they're going to tell the story.
But with a true story, they pretty much tell the story how it happened.
But you still are going to have an actor, you're still going to have...
Shutter Island has an actor!
It's just different. Am I wrong? I mean... I wasn't asking you, I was asking them.
I know.
Because I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I don't...
You disagree with me. The fact that he's crazy... Oh, by the way, spoiler.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Is like the huge plot twist in the movie. So I think there's a difference between... I think there's a difference between spoiling, hey, Charlie dies, and spoiling, they're all actually in purgatory. It's not a flash sideways. I think there's different levels of spoilers.
I guess that kind of makes sense to me. Because the whole movie is kind of a mystery. So that's kind of what's enticing about the movie is like, come and see if you can figure it out. Solve the mystery.
Exactly.
So I guess it's kind of different. I guess it's different when it's a mystery.
Right.
Because with a movie like Apollo 13, it's one thing to say, guess what, they make it back to Earth and everybody lives a happy life. Because it's like, oh, I could have told you that. You know? Guess what? Sandra Bullock gets rescued from deep space.
Don't talk about it. Every time I read like Nicholas Sparks' book,
you gotta keep your hand on the wheel more. We get a lot of people in the comments complaining about how Katie never.
What? But here's the funny thing.
What?
Even if that camera wasn't on,
you'd still be doing it.
I'd still be doing it because I talk with my hands.
You can't keep your hands on the wheel and talk.
I talk with my hands. Don't forget about turning. Hey, buddy.
What?
The GoPro.
Oh, yeah. You're just gonna leave me filming the empty car.
Right.